It's just down and to your left.
And you tap with your right.
Look over to the side.
Where you can join and subscribe. This Crypto ROTH, the ring that drives you out. Let's hit the like button now.
Damn, feeling lucky. How about most streets? Us two in these streets. Diamonds on my feet. Caught up in these talks. Circling my head top. Should've been more cautious. Now I got what I wanted. Many I've been here before. Made it out of 11 more. Like my phone CoinEx. So I can't stop, I want it all. Listen up, I'm calling you. I need you to tell the truth. Remember when you wanted to. Remember that I said was you. Got you at the perfect time. I was watching it down. You know what you wanna do, but I can never be around. Got me being realized. Girl, you got me so blind. You know what you wanna do, so I can never be around. And then don't we kind of turn around, eat your greens. When you fight, but you do be clean. Then you come to the bed and you love feel dirty. It's everybody sweater drops, you're real keen. Bring it, let me get your juiciest piece. Can't remember when I had the same please. The shops to the club never had no boundary. How's it gonna be? Wanna eat these centipedes? Where we gonna go? You're gonna need these calories. Giving me a treat to refill these batteries. Then you only them on your knees. There's no way to dream. Ooh, it's sneaking up on you. There's nothing you can do. There's things about the boo. Ooh, it's sneaking up on you. There's nothing you can do. There's things about the boom. I lose control when you do it like that. And God, you love when I go mad. Got you at the perfect time. I was watching it down. You know what you wanna do, but I can never be around. Double A, double up. Yeah. Double A, double up. The money I color up. Color up. Double A, double up. The money I color up. Color.
2 turns of 4, 4 turns of 8. Sleep and get paid. Rich when I wait. I bet the bank. I set the pace. Guess what I make? That's what I make. Counting pockets, that's a trending topic. You got this and you got that, but got no spending options. I keep quiet, but still get it rocking. I keep quiet with it in my pocket. I keep quiet, moving stuff for silent.
Double up. The money I color up. Color. Double up. The money I color up. Color.
I swear God been blessing me. You think you been testing me? Throw me lemons, watch lemons squeeze. Pieces been my recipe.
You might watch them bust them down.
Mine is my investment piece.
Heard your mixes drowning out.
You need to call Trevor, please.
I don't fold, I don't fear. Pearly whites, no veneers. Keep it clean, check is clear. Water clear, P is clear. See the light. You go dear, see the light. I go near, let me shine, watch me shine. I'ma shine, vision clear. Double up, double up, double up. The money I call up, call up, call up, call up, call up, call up, call up. Double up, double up, double up. The money I call up, 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 call up. None of my cash can flow, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash
Check,
can
1 2 1 2.
None of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital. Go, go, go. Digital, digital. Digital, digital. The cash digital. Digital, the dash digital. Run it up. Digital, digital. Digital, digital. Stepping like Marty McFly. Stepping, I feel like the guy. I get them looking like why. I never doubted me why. I never doubted my guys. You know you in it for win. I stand on 10 on 10. I don't have friends of a friend. Only the fan of the kin. Only my wife and my kids. That's all I needed to win. Now I only trust my true friends. Had to cut off my loose ends. You know I win if you win. You know you win if I win. I swipe that cash, don't fold. I swipe my bank on gold. Don't think that I've been dumb. I spend like I've been broke. None of my cash can flow, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can flow, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, digital. Digital, digital. The cash digital, digital. The dash digital. Run it up. Digital, digital. Digital, digital. Living my truth, no tricks. I'm just trying to feed my kids. I'm just trying to keep my way. I'm just trying to live my life while we get rich. Mind my business. Money gon' come, some go. Man, if you know, you know. I've been through highs and lows. Here for the ride, I go. Slide and roll. Up and down, but I get up. The numbers crunching, no sit-ups. I grew up and got dripped up. Purple label, my get up. That's 101, not a one and done. Month to month, and there's more to come. I told Cushy, let's run it up. Now it's millions on millions. None of my cash can flow, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can flow, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, digital. Digital, digital. The cash digital, digital. The dash digital. Run it up. Digital, digital. Digital, digital.
And I caught it. All right. Thank you. Welcome, everyone, to Late Night Crypto Charts, the best place in the interwebs to find someone who just could never get their microphone on in time for the show. Got it? All right. We are good to go. So I was giving a quick shout out to everybody, but nobody heard me. So shout out to Strega. See Haven's in the chat here. Dave P. Also got Jackson with a request for Fetch. Got Crypto 420. And Mr. Miles says, Caspa, and tell me sweet things, unless that mean Chester. What? Tell me it's not so. And Jackson, how's it going, Jackson? And I think I got everybody. And we seem to have sound. And you did mic check. Because I switched scenes. Each scene has a mic control on it, so I have to be cautious about that. So if I'm not, I am doing a mic check so that I can check out my sound levels. But when I switch over to my new scene, if I switch it off or something and forget to turn it back on for something, I don't know. Somehow it just gets me every time, a lot lately. But taking a look at the market today, what we got going on here, man? H-bar up like crazy. AKT up, bonk, going up. We might as well just go ahead and just jump on into the altcoin news because, well, there's news for altcoins and we should probably talk about that today. So today in crypto, Art Lutz announced the ticker change ALT to just AL, migration from BEP20 to ERC20. BNB Binance announced the launch of REZ Launch Pool, trading starting on April 30th. Chile CEO announced that the Dragons 8 testnet intended to test new tokenomics will be launched within a few days. And on front, Self-Chains XYZ has announced that it is in the final stages of preparing for the mainnet launch. This means that front to self rebranding is imminent. Gala Voyager Ascension from RFLXT Studio is launching today on Gala Chain. Guildfile announced rebranding to Zentry headquarters. The GF will be converted to ZNT in a 1-to-10 split on April 25th. Pardon me while all this alphabet soup is just making my head swim for a second. Let me catch myself. For the big news today, HBAR Hedera announced the tokenization of BlackRock's U.S. Treasury MMF with ArcAX and Owner AIO. Okay. That'll be an edit job. So the big news for today. And then we got Jupiter's tease that the mobile app beta will be released in May. List team has announced that the Lisk migration snapshot date for May 21st. Mavia, Heroes Mavia announced the launch of their second major user acquisition campaign across Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and more. Portal's first launchpad, Plasmo Somo, resale begins on April 25th, 3 p.m. UTC time. The Machines game open beta has been released, and according to Jihaz Axie, the Play 2 airdrop is planned to start soon. That is some Ronin news for you. Whereas WorldCoin announced that it will be increasing the circulating supply of WLD by as much as 19% in the next 6 months. This news is courtesy of Layer GG Official over on Twitter X. I feel like I've been here before. The music sounds familiar. The people clapping sound familiar. That girl looks familiar. I've seen that dog before. I think he's famous. Let's get on the right page here. Take a look at Bitcoin. So a little bit of a bullish sentiment coming into the market right now today as we got a confirmation of a bullish cross on our MacD on the daily. So that's usually pretty good. I mean, when they stick, they kind of ride for a while, right? What happened the last time we got this? Let's just draw a little horizontal line right here on the chart, shall we? Can we do that? Please? Vertical line. I did a horizontal, didn't I? That's about 15 times. Don't know what you owe. Only general. All right, so we got a little line there right where we crossed last time. What happened there? Well, that was the start of really, since it's a lagging indicator, it was just the continuation of a strong move. Went up and a little sideways and just continued on, and you know, it didn't stop until we actually crossed finally bearish right up here at this area, where we've been trading sideways ever since. And right now we're finally getting another cross, meaning MacD is reset and we're getting a move possibly to the upside. Could that possibly coincide with what we've been looking at here on this channel of Price being in the channel, breaking out and just doing a bearish retest. Sounds like it fits in there very nicely that our retest may be in and that a bigger move may be coming. But remember, last time we also got a little sideways out of that equation, and there's definitely some room for sideways up here around the $69,600 area. There might even be a rejection there, a pullback. I mean, we got some variations. So we've been talking lately about the idea of price coming up to this area. Let me move this one out of the way because we're almost there. Let some of these things out of the way here. We've been talking about the possibility of coming back up and retesting either this area, getting rejected, or even up to this trend line for a possible rejection. And a rejection at those areas could still be into play, and we could still be very bullish. I mean, look at it this way. You might have a brand new trend line and you got lots of wiggle room in between there. As these weeks unfold, bouncing to up and back to where we are now and maybe back and forth, who knows? But there are signs saying that the bump to the upside will be in play. And hopefully with the MacD saying that, that will last for more than just a few days. It will last on into weeks. Now, if we do study the MacD just a little bit here on a bigger time frame, well, she's not quite as bullish. So let us respect our elders here, what the bigger time frames say. But we see that the 3-day, could be influenced here. Got a little lighter candle there, maybe coming to a little stop end point. 5-day ain't ready to hear about it. Now, this is what's concerning. But we've seen the 5-day also flip bullish for, just a few weeks at a time there. That's roughly almost about 3-week period before she just flipped over and went the other way. So that is something we got to watch. That's going to be, moving contrary to our little daily, we're ready to go to the moon. Not quite yet, but it's looking up. I want to put it that way. And you backtrack to the weekly, which is not officially crossed bearish. Now, what we might see is things lighten up and we get more duck lips. That's what I'm looking for. So what that means basically, and all this jibber jabber that I'm talking about, is that, yeah, we can go up and sideways is what I'm looking for out of Bitcoin. Up and sideways. Now, going up and sideways, if I can get off of this chart, please. Bitcoin going up and sideways, well, the up movement will also help alt to go up. And the sideways will hopefully also help alt to go up even more. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's look now to the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin, because here's where our common sense has to come into play. Remember this area down here, 65.3, that's very critical. We are above it. As long as we're above it, we're good. Might we come down and retest it? Yes, we might. We might very well. Be prepared for that. We might very well come back down to 65.3, so don't get too crazy. We might bounce up before we come back down there. But look, there's a 200 moving average over here sitting around 67,100-ish. Now, we might bounce above that. We do have a resistance area over here at 67.4 that we marked out a while back. That's kind of important. That was our weekly high from last cycle. That was one of them. The other one being down here 63.2, and then this area, some 65 is in here. We got 3 areas marked. I think this was a weekly. I think these were the daily tops. So we've been, fighting within this range. Now, if we can get above it, that is great. Well, that's exactly what we want. But the moving averages aren't quite saying that we're ready to do that just yet. If it's saying anything to me, it's saying we've got some chop zones here, maybe even some chop zones up to here as we kind of fight it out. And that's okay. That's okay. Might be what we are doing is, if I can erase all that again. Just completing this area here, symmetrical with this area over here. That gives us that inverted kind of, I'm sure lots of people will call that inverted head and shoulders reversal pattern at a top. It's kind of weird, but it is, we can see something like that happen. And that does involve a pullback after a pump up. Still looking for a pump up and a pullback, but the pump up looks like it's coming pretty imminent. Right now, this week, today being, what is today? I've already forgot. I think it's Tuesday. We're going with Tuesday, Bob. Tuesday for 500, Bob. So I got a request for some altcoins to look for. Let's just go ahead and dive in. FET was the first one I came across there. So let's take a look at FET. Do we need to increase the party mood? Do we need the lights on? I mean, we got the ball out, right? Let's turn the lights on. FET is also finding some resistance under the 200 moving average there, sandwiched between the 200, the 100, and the 300. Also sandwiched in there is this the 21 and the 9. There's definitely lots of support for FET, I would say, underneath price. Does it not look like, if we're considering moving averages there? That would be like pachinko for it to try to work its way down through there. So more than likely, it will come back up here and retest this 200 and maybe this time actually break through it. That would be nice, wouldn't it? And that's what I'm getting just from price action. We haven't even zoomed out, really. We just kind of zoomed in on the 4 hour, you know, without even taking into consideration where we've been. That's breaking one of the cardinal rules because zooming out can tell you so much. If you've been following an FET, you know, had a nice little double bottom form down here. Ended up making a megaphone pattern that we broke out of to the upside, which, you know, it shouldn't. No, this particular one, actually, it's a flat bottom. It does have a nice chance. We're coming back to retest that breakout area. That's quite normal. And what did that right here beautifully? Bounced off of it and, well, we should be done. There's always a chance for another retest and maybe do a W pattern down here, something like that. That would suck, but it could happen. So be prepared for that. But otherwise, you know, we should be working on some more up. So we've got a Fibonacci area up here, $2.76. That should be our 618 from the swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. And that's going to be the first area of resistance. Now, we decide just to be bullish and break on through that. Well, you can always look for 307 as another target, but I'm saying, you know, that one's going to be kind of lackluster if we're, you know, already breaking past that 618. Why, you might as well go for the big boys. And I'd start looking about this area about 373, to be honest with you. That would be a higher high. And then we get close to my next target, which would be psychological support up there at $4. I know it sounds crazy until that one day you wake up and then fetch AI is like at $4. You're like, how did that happen? It was a bounce off this 618 over here, baby. So I like what I'm seeing, but if I were going to play this, I wouldn't be selling here. I would be looking at these areas 370, 382, and $4. And we've got a blue line there. That's usually a measured move from something. And then we've also got, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? I think we already did this one. Might be the blue line, but if you play this as a bear flag, if there is an actual breakout there, then you might be looking at 459, 460. I will not yet draw that target until we actually confirm our breakout because, you know, keep a little mystery. So FET looking pretty good on the daily. Another 4 hours. Go back to the smaller time frame, and that's where we're finding the resistance right now. Looking on the 4 hour, we've got a nice little double bottom scenario there. Looks like it's a possible Adam and Eve flagging out to the top side of the butt crack, or whatever that would be if you have an Adam and Eve pressed to, I don't even want to think about it, but anyway, we're flagging out on top of it, which is probably good than being underneath it. So, yeah, you'd rather be. Anyway. Breaking above the 200 is what we need to happen here. Looks like she's getting ready to try that pretty soon here. A few clues of that might be able to be seen on the smaller time frames, like down on the 15-minute, where we've just been in that big consolidations as these moving averages just kind of get up there and have one big old twisted snake orgy, a twisted screwed ball. I don't know what they're doing, just all winding up and getting all entangled. Meanwhile, we got Lucy crossing over the 666 or the 800 moving average there. I think turn those off. That's a little bit too much information. And we have support on the 300. I see a bounce to the upside, my friends. And there is a measure move just from this pattern alone. That could take us up to 291. And we will go ahead and slap that little guy up there as the official measured move. So, 291. Really? And probably much more, because when you zoom out, remember this is on 50-minute time frame. When you zoom out, remember we still got $4 to go for. Maybe we could even look at about 543, 644. How high you want me to go? Because I think we already mapped out them fib levels before, but one step at a time. We'll see how it reacts and adjust accordingly. But see if she's got enough gumption to make it up at least up to 277 anytime soon. 3-day suggests there might be a little bit of a problem up here at this, and it's kind of verified up here on the daily at that 50 moving average. So not like she's just going to blast off immediately. It looks like this one's going to take a little bit of time for her to work out through some of these problems here. She got rejected before. It's kind of ruined her psyche a little bit, and she's having to kind of dig deep within herself to find the strength to get out there and put herself being vulnerable again. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, take a look at Casper. Looking over at MexC. What we got going on, Casper? I've been telling you to go to the angels. I can't group this thing, or I would. I can't. I don't think I can. Maybe I can. I don't know. I got an awful lot of lines, it feels like, over here on Casper. I'm here on the daily. We just sitting around chit-chatting. I'm going to remove this line because, yeah, it doesn't seem to be coming into play anytime. It just makes an eyesore and just makes us think of things we don't need to be thinking about right now. Don't even need to think about this one at the moment. This one. We just keep our eye on that horizontal level there if we start losing some things. But right now, no worries, mate. So I'm looking at Casper as a bounce off this horizontal support. That's kind of nice. And following this a little bit of a trend line that we got there, right? It's a weak ass trend line, but that's all we had. It turns out that maybe that's all we need. Because if this is a what I would call a bear trap and bouncing off this 200 moving average so many times, man. I mean, she didn't like being back at 11 cents at all. Wasn't having it at all. She wanted to get away from that. So in my personal opinion, we're headed back up here about 13.5 cents, and then we gotta kind of, you know, utter words of encouragement, give some emotional support, be a shoulder that Casper can cry on, and, you know, help her work out through this stuff. And I already see a little bit of resistance coming here, getting a, oops, pull you down to that little bottom right there. I like to match up my little bottoms there, and oh, we actually wicked through it. I thought the wick nailed it, but we got the 100 moving average up here. It's actually bullish, being above the 200. That's going for us. 50 might cross it. It might just skip off the top of it. That's what we'd like to see. If price can get bullish enough and we can start coming back up and like test this area, well, that 50 might just glance right off of that, and I like that. That's bullish. Big ol' Ichimoku Cloud up there just begging for us. Come here, Casper. I miss you, baby. Come on. Come back, see me. Come back, honey. And we got that going for us. The biggest thing I would say in our favor that I always like to point out is that when we get above that 9 moving average, even if we're still under the other ones, man, that's the first step to recovery. Casper, you made a good choice. She came back to us for some therapy. She's above the 9. She made her first steps. Now she's already attacking the 21, trying to make that second step. So I think it's promising. We just got some work to do with Caspa. On the bigger picture of things, I would say that this being support areas, and you see a little bit of rounding coming in here. Kind of just squint your eyes a little bit, turn your head and a little twist, and maybe even close your eyes and imagine it. You can definitely envision it a little bit better that way. Yeah. Guess it's a nice little bowl shape, hopefully kind of forming there. I'm cool for that. Let's see if that happens. I like all the wicks there. I like that this seems to be a good area of support. 11 cents in that area. Don't want any more of it. Let's go, Caspa. Let's get up to 14.5, and I would love to see you finally reach this target I've been telling everybody about forever at 20 cents and even 22.5 cents, because you've been making me look pretty stupid. But I'll forgive you if you just, try, baby. Just try. That's all I'm asking. Just try. But this is kind of serious. She actually did lose that area, so I kind of really need to get above 13. What is this? 13.5. All these little, all that stuff. To get past it all, just rip the Band-Aid off, Caspa. Do it, do it, do it. Also on the daily, got a little bullish cross here on the MacD. Now we had a few before that went a little lackluster. Might this one stick? Maybe. I mean, we are below the 0 line here when we're getting our bullish cross, and eventually one of them's got to stick. I would say the third time is usually the charm, so come on, Caspa. Get that Irish luck out, Caspa. So actually, I'm kind of liking Caspa. I guess we could look at it on the smaller time frames, maybe the 4-hour here. Again, like so many altcoins, man, they're all coming up against the 200 moving average and some line of support or resistance. As long as the 100 is below that 200, they have got some work to do. All right, so she's out of intensive care. She's in recovery. She's looking all right. She just needs some rest and some encouragement. I think she can pull through. Just know it may be bumpy. She just needs some tender, loving care. Let's take a look at Chili's. Chili seems to be up to something. C8Z. Chili's. I'm looking for something with spot. And we got Bybit, which, no, that's Hertz. Gemini, that's... I mean, really, Binance should be our best chart here. And we've charted this over here already anyway. So Chili's. So we got this kind of weird ass kind of makeshift support resistance area. We're kind of falling in there. And if we stretch it on out, we might be trying to go for a stretch and say maybe we're trying to do a retest. Let's just scrap that whole idea altogether. We just found something that kind of halfway worked. We might have a problem when we start cutting through trend lines. Now, if you go to that trend line, that might spell it out better. That puts us on a much steeper angle. Makes more sense that way, really. Anyway, Chili's got this nice rounding shape, man, so cool. Right. And if you look at this area right over here, we found some invisible support. So let's not make it invisible anymore. Let's draw a line under it and see. We came back and retested it there, and then we just kind of lost it. It was like, I lost it. Fell through, went into a period of depression. Regained our sense of self and came out of the blues. Went out, partied hard, had a hangover. Went out the next time, partied hard again, and then just really got hungover. But the 200s, there they catch us. So I think maybe we learned our lesson. We'll just take it one step at a time here. But parabolic move, lost that, down and sideways a little bit. And these moves are subjective. Out of all the trend lines to draw, that's my least favorite because, well, they are so subjective and you can take them and twist them and make them wherever you want to go. If you can ever find how to draw them, sometimes I can't even find that, but you know, you can also just come on out and zoom out and maybe we're still in that. So, see how subjective they are? But if I had to redraw this, I would look at that, and it looks like it's kind of trying to figure out that whole thing itself too. And I'll just keep watching this little guy. What I'd like to see happen is something really bullish come over Chili's over the next few days to bump us to the upside. And just maybe if the price is strong enough to get a nice move up, say like 12, 13 cents, we can do something like that. Then this 21 moving average could just ricochet right off that 100. And baby, that's a bullish as all get out. Makes me want to go have barbecue sauce. I don't know why. It just does. Maybe it's something spicy. Come on, baby. Of course, there's nothing like just a good old standard trend line just to let us know where our line in the sand is. And right there it is. So, Chili's. Next area I would look at that would probably give us a little bit of a headache would be this trend line whenever we try to bump into it. And I'm seeing right now somewhere around 15 cents. And, we'll just take a quick bid pull just to see if that even shows up right up there. And wouldn't you know it, it's right there in the 786 reversal type of top area. Rejection area. So I would lean toward that as being a nice little place to at least take some profit. If you're in Chili's or want to be in Chili's or decide to get into Chili's even right now, I'm not saying that you should, but there's at least a 27% move there, which some would just scoff at, and some will say, dude, that sounds awesome. I can't even get that out of my bank. So, to each his own. We're going to move on now to with Dog with Hat. It's with Dog with Mike. Oh, Whippy, you're suffering so much. What are you trying to do? Oh, dear Whippy. I see it trying to move possibly up to $4, but hey, look, man, a local pattern, if we treat this like that, the megaphone pattern's got about 70% chance to break to the upside. Pretty good measure move that'll take us up, possibly. We have to adjust it. Move it down just a little bit. Because we haven't got our price workout, so we'll now adjust that a little bit to about 514 with just a little slice of chance of thunderstorms and hurricanes somewhere around $4.04. So let's keep that area in mind. That's right around the top of this dotted trend line. I'm getting all this on the daily. Now, if we want to come down to the 4 hour and see where it really counts, I guess, from some people. But it's a little bit more local. There are some nice signs here. Inverted head and shoulders could be popping to the upside. You can take that measure move and play that little guy. I mean, but, oops, this one must just something. Reverse. Put that to the breakout area, and that also takes us up to this area that we just looked at 404, top of this trend line. So probably tied it up. No, that's pretty good on this time frame, actually. Fairly good. So 404 seems to be an area that's coming into play there, in my personal opinion. For a possible 31% gain coming out of whip, but now consider this. That's just saying we might go up there, bounce back, retest this area, and then go up for a bigger target, 514. So, Mott the savvy person, play this for a 20% move, or whatever that might be. Re-enter at a juicy price and then get it play it for another 62. Was that 62 or 82? 60. Well, it's 62, 64. Maybe you could do that. Waiting for the breakout, but do remember, my dogs. We gotta get for a real big move to the upside. We gotta get these other moving averages to cross over that 200 on whatever particular time frame. In this case, the 4 hour that we're monitoring this. great one to monitor trades on. So even with this bullish pattern, we still got some headaches to do, which almost guarantees that there will be a retest of this breakout, which there usually is with this pattern. I think it's about, off the top of my head, somewhere around 64% chance for it to come back to that breakout area before coming into the upside. Also, that corresponds with this trend line that we got. So all things saying that, we could get a bump up, bump down, bump back up. Let's ride this, baby. Let's go, Whiffy. What you guys got going on over here in the chat room? Because I was into looking.
If I'm not the one, I'm uncomfortable. See the competition I've been running through. Leveled up, I only see him in my rearview.
In the moment says, could you please chart algo? Please, microphone be on. Okay. All right. In the moment says, could you please chart algo? Let's take a look at algo here. Why didn't you just put that up there? All right, take a look at algo on. Still think Binance gives us the best charts.
If I'm not the one, I'm uncomfortable. See the competition I've been running through. Leveled up, I only see him in my rear view. Yeah, I'm balling. Yeah, I'm balling. Been balling.
Just to sound just a little bit right there. Oh no. All right, so we see here on the 4-hour, man, she's trying to make a run for the border for Algorand right now. Let's draw a little trend line from right here. Possible breakout. Now that we've determined that, let's take this trend line on up and see, make sure we got a nice one. Yep, for sure there. She came down, did a nice little scallop right there. Do you remember she broke down from a descending triangle pattern, which look like this, and then when they break down, they turn into channels or flags, depending on how you want to, or wedges, depending on how you look at it. So that's what we had. So that is the area that we're going to have a big headache at getting past. So I've been talking a lot lately about altcoins getting a nice little pump up this week, and then, like I said, my plan is to still take profits at those same areas that I discussed. I see a pump up and then a pullback. And things are leaning toward that way, and we are getting a little pumpy on everything right now. And I like it. Now, here on the 4-hour, we got some resistance at 22 cents. And now if we get above it, hey, man, hold on. It might get really, really juicy. How juicy might it get, Road Dog? Would you like me to tell you? Well, instantly, you always look up here to the top level here at 33 cents. 32, 33 cents. That would be juicy, right? It has a very good chance of going there or beyond. So that gives you a possibility of a 66% move. But even if you don't make it up that far there, I would see 26 cents definitely being on the radar for a short-term target, and then 29 coming thereafter. But it is worth noting, we got some fighting to do, man, with these moving averages. They've not flipped bullish yet. There's still any moves that she gets up, there will probably be some retracements to retrace those areas, right? So if you get a breakout, definitely expect a pullback. So you might see a breakout at 20, go up to 22, and then pull back, and we can try to stair step our way up, whatever. But one such target that might be worth looking at for a much bigger, go up to and then get a bigger pullback before shooting back up would be 26 cents. 26 cents, baby. Jingles are free of charge tonight. So Algo, I think I likes it. We can zoom out a little bit and get a picture of what's really going on, and maybe this will get you all fired up. Because I got to measure move for this inverted head and shoulders to the upside at 40 cents. And all it's done is come back. Remember, inverted head and shoulders has about what, a 64% chance to come back and retest the breakout area, or even. But remember, when you zoom out, we were in a channel here, and we came back and we retested that makeshift channel line that was, you know, from this top to there where we laid it on there, respecting this angle here, the same angle to the dangles, is what she came back to retest. So the lesson learned here is that, because you hear this all the time, shoulder, head and shoulder, for, you know, I mean, you can get look for patterns inside of patterns, but if you want to know which one has the most weight, the bigger one when you zoom out, not the little guy on the inside. The little guy on the inside can help you kind of figure things out, but then again, they're not all, you know. But you got a channel, and then we see we're getting some patterns within the channels. And at first it was an Adam and Eve, then it could qualify as a inverted head and shoulders. Would you call that a failed Adam and Eve? Maybe. We got a breakout. Came back up to these areas, and then we're getting a retest. This is our real retest right here. And we bounced off of it. So we got that, and now we're above the 200 moving average on the daily. The 100's above us, the 50's above us. Everything is looking golden for this. And also the MacD is just happy to see you, man. It's like, it's been so long. It's been so long. And it's ready to rock and roll. Same thing that we're seeing right now on Bitcoin. So, you know, it's going to be interesting, because that's very bullish signs that we got right now. And I'm still expecting us to go only so far and possibly pull back. So, you know, it looks like it could be longer term bullish than what I am anticipating on what I'm finding on my other things. But come on, brother. Well, that can change. So we'll keep monitoring. Maybe I'll go more bullish after we get past that point. SBL says Stellar XLM. Did we look? There's Jamie. Jamie, did we look at it? I have such a short-term memory problem. I can't remember if we looked at. I thought we looked at H-bar. Did we not? No, I don't remember. No, because H-bar. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, well, my job is done here. This is the moment when you just look here and you appreciate. And remember why you got into crypto and why you buy your bags, because you're hoping for one day just a little sign. And this is just the beginning. So do we break down what's going on with this double bottom, got the little butt crack. And then, you know, after we clear the butt crack belt line here, even though she came back and flirted with breaking it, you still had this trend line, which she flirted with breaking that too. You had the 200 though, giving you a little confidence that, hey man, it's not all lost. She's trying you, just trying you. But she popped back in, and then after the bull trap, what happened? Freaking parabolic. Where if somebody been charting this and saying, I know it's crazy, but if it does that, you might be. And there we are at the top of the pattern here at 17.4. Beautiful. The only bad thing is that it's likely to get rejected there. I'm sorry to say, but it is. And she got all the way up to 18.3. And that's probably not what you want to hear, but hey man, you bounced off the bottom to the top. You got to come back to the middle somewhere. And so if you're not in this one, and if you got H-bar fever and you want to add this to your bags, which is probably a good idea since all that good BlackRock news came out, A lot of signs pointing right back to this 618 area. The 50 moving average is there at the moment. Now this will change over time, but we're on the daily chart. It ain't gonna move that dang fast. So let's just identify this as a zone. So between the 618 and the 786 are some gorgeous places to really hone in your buying strategy or adding this to your bag. Remember, you had a trend line here that it had to break out of, and you know there's also for these patterns channels and for the megaphones. Off the top of my head, if you want to know for certain, go to the patternsite.com, Thomas Bukowski, for the absolute statistics that you can rely on. Will that be our textbook, our baseline that we measure things against? But it's somewhere around 64-65% chance to come back down to these areas. Now, so you can find some hiccups on any of these horizontal levels over here. There's some core confluence here with some fib areas, but it really starts showing up right here about 11.5 cents. And all the way down to 9.3. Great little place to look at adding this to your bag. It's probably what I'm going to do, because I'm not going to buy a big old green candle like that, especially if it's at the top of a pattern. This is a no-no rule. I know, it's like it's a winning play. I want to be part of a winning play. You're not saying that, but it's your subconscious, or not really your subconscious. Subconscious is actually smarter. It's more of your ego. But buying now would be not the brightest move to make, if you know what I'm saying. Trying to buy at 12.8 cents would be a smarter move, or buying it at 13.8 cents would be better, but buying at 16.6, not the smartest move to make at the moment. This is when everybody's going to be, that was in the game, to be selling, taking a little bit of profit, paying himself. Now, upon the chance that we do see something just totally freaking bat crazy, now, all right, what if you know, I don't know, maybe the BlackRock news will just trigger, oh my God, everybody in the world needs this, and we're just going to just moon. The first signs to look for would be breaking out of the pattern that we're in, and you know, she's already punched a little bit of a hole, so it's not out of the question, but man, our moving averages will catch up with this thing at some point. So be careful if that's what you're thinking, and look for the signs. Where's my brush? I'm looking for my brush. Spend all this time looking for a brush. And that's when we come up here, and I would look for a retest, man. And you may not get one immediately, but at some point there's got to be a retest. And that would be your, could be a safe entry. Your safest would be wherever the top comes up, and then we make it back above that. It means you're buying high to sell higher. And we're talking about buying at 21 cents versus 16. You're like, well, I should front run it now. But yeah, say that after it drops back down to, 10 cents or something, and you're like, dang, I lost half my money. You suck, road dog. You should have told me. And I'm like, what the hell? You grown-ass man. That's what I say. You's a grown-ass man, or grown-ass woman, or grown-ass other. Otherwise, you a confused individual. Swing low to swing high. Look at this. That's interesting to me. To me, this 236 area is the official macro accumulation cutoff point at 16.4 cents, and we're trying to hold that. Good chance this first time it will get rejected. I'm throwing that out there again. Good chance it will get rejected. Hope that it does. That way you can come back and test this little green box where we just blasted off from. Make sure it's solid. No guarantees that it will do that, though. But if she does find support here, man, the target you need to be shooting for, 24, that's going to be a good one. But 37.5 is, one of the main ones. So H bar. Hey, we got to put some targets that you can realistically hit if certain things happen, because trading is an if-then thing. If this happens, then this could happen. If this doesn't happen, then that probably won't happen. Or this other thing will happen. It's an if-then. I mean, if you go steal a pit bull dog's food out from under him, he might bite you. That's an if and then. It kind of comes down to doing smarter dumb things, really, I guess. And manager risk, you would not want to get that food away from that pit bull while he's eating. H bar 25 cents, 37.5 cents could be coming. Maybe. Could be, maybe. AKT, a cash network over here on CoinEx. Had a nice little blast to the upside today. We're reaching $7.09. Now she's trailing back. Because what goes up often comes back down, right? Find it interesting. We're looking at this trend line. She broke to the downside, popped back in it, and then what happened? She went freaking nuts. That's why we like these. That's why we like these. That's why we like these. That's why I like these. That's why I'm always pointing them out, man. Hey, man. I don't know if I see people explain it that way, but I just tell you the truth, man. If I'm expecting it to go bat poop crazy as soon as they break back above a trend line. The bull traps and bear traps are a big part of my strategy and identifying them. Sometimes I use little methods that maybe other people don't. Maybe other people are too busy. I don't know. But you got to zoom out to catch these traps, baby. You got to zoom out. Otherwise, you're trying to figure out this little triangle. This little... So the what the I don't, you're just you get lost in the details, I think. Zooming out is one of the best ways I've found that just makes this market make a lot more sense. So it's interesting here. We had a little bit of a parabola with one of those trend lines, and now it looks like we're found, weird as it is, as subjected as this is, it looks like we're actually finding some resistance there. So let's just move this out of the way so pricing won't hinder price. Now you have free range. You have my permission to pass now. That's all it was waiting for, lady. That's all it needed. Just a little encouragement. I'm just saying. Wait and see. Oh, that was almost a dead ringer. Almost. Still coming into play there. I like the moving averages on this time frame stacked. Yeah, nice, neat order. She's just falling back here. Looks like she came back, bounced off this 618, came back up, and now we're playing around with this area. That's interesting. Oh, baby, I got 815 right up here as my target. As my target. 815, baby. Seems crazy until that one day you wake up and there she is. Don't forget about 658, which may be coming back into play here. We're at 532. From where we are now in a cash, that would be 28% gains. All the way up to 815 would be another 58%. I likes it. Come back to the old chat. Stellar, oh, that was the one. Stellar XL. I'm sorry, we got off track there. I do that. Never intentional. It's just that I see squirrels and dead people and dead squirrels. I see dead squirrels. Nice bounce off of that. That probably stick. What I like about this chart is that Even though we're finding some resistance at this 21 daily moving average, we are above the 9 moving average with a bunch of little wiki wicks here, a lot of little fingers, just they're all tickling that we're getting away from. But we got a 200 moving average, it's going to be some resistance, but you know, we got the 100 above it and current of support, handing down a little rope trying to help us out to pull us up there, and they got the 50 moving average coming in behind saying, yeah, I'll tug on that rope too, baby. Just pull it up. So they're there to help us move up a little bit. So that's kind of cool. Do look for maybe this 50 moving average area to be tested. That's about 12.3 cents. I know it sounds crazy, but you know, we'll throw that up there. We can also pull out our trend lines and everything, but I find that I'm just really, you know, I think I'm going to start calling myself a Fibonacci guy because, I don't know, I just like them. They talk to me now. They were very cryptic for a little while, but now they're a lot more clearer now. Ooh, look at you. And we're finding some resistance here at the 382, yeah, so these areas should come into play pretty nice.
De la calle me quito, billones de la calle me quito, lo puedes imaginar y lo necesito. Billones de la calle me quito, de la calle me quito.
All right, XLM. See, we're fighting our way above 12.5 cents and got to get right around 13. If we can clear above that area, that would be cool. But you still got this area that, you know, that's the problem. Got to get above this trend line. That's going to be an issue. But eventually, I am looking for it to come back and retest this area. It may test it a little short. It may be around 15 cents. And I did not draw that in there. That would be a 786 Fibonacci. So, all right, now I'm sorry, an 886. About 15.4 cents. I can see that target coming into play. Might get rejection there. That's kind of coming in with our trend line pretty nicely. So is a 786. So any of those could technically come in for rejection around 15.5 cents and get another pullback. And I think what you would find is that you would be in another channel, something like this, because it seems like it's holding some weight there and a pullback. So I see us kind of working our way up the channel, honestly. But this should count as a higher low for us. And then when you zoom out, and that's the main thing, you're just in a big accumulation, man. You're trying to do a double bottom here, come back up to this neckline area, about 19-20 cents, break out of that, and then start looking at these areas about 32 up on to 40. That's going to be the more fun place to be playing on this one, but it's going to take it a little while to get there, in my personal opinion. Brackets Ventures, Airdrome, Let's take a look at Airdrome. We got it over on Coinbase. I'm not seeing yet. I mean, it's not showing the greatest signs with that cross there, but this would only be an moment if you're suffering because you got either too big of a position, too much leverage, or you bought too high. So it's all that happens every day. Let's see what we got going on here. We've got some hidden bullish divergence actually forming down here. So here's what the chart says. The chart says if we lose this area, and we're coming down, and it's going to suck. And it could come down all the way down to about 80 cents in that area. No bueno, right? that could happen. Doesn't say it's going to happen. It could. I would not be surprised if this would get a bear trap come up here and then we pull a big ass move to the upside. I'm not saying it's going. I don't see the signs that that's happening just yet. But given the nature of our market and what the other coins in this situation have done and what the market overall is doing short term, I think that is likely to see what's going to happen. But that is a bearish cross that we got there, so we got to pay attention to that. So let's look. This can still come down. This can definitely still come down, but our stochastics are buried at the bottom, so I do like that. Better that than them just now starting to come down. That would suck. That would mean, yeah, you're definitely getting ready to pump to the downside. 4 hours got some support here on the 200 moving average along with this trend line. That's very kind of positive, especially with the 100 moving average not even ready to cross over the 200s. So that could be the helium in our balloon to help pull us right back up there, making this a, you know, just a knock on the door. The cautionary tale is if we bounce off of this, you know, it might come up, and then the next time we touch it again, if we do, well, then we might fall through. This is like an early warning sign. It's your smoke detector saying, hey man, we need to reinforce this, baby. So just be cautious of that. It's starting to show a little bit of weakness on this trend line, but I'm seeing some signs this one has a good chance to recover it back right now. You've also got this area right over here that it's a weird one, but it is actually a support resistance flip between these tops and these bottoms right through here. And that seems to be helping us hold. So 4 hour looks kind of promising to me. The daily is the only thing that I'm seeing, but I mean, it can negate this. And if it did drop, the 50 moving average is there about 126. Yeah, I always look at the bigger time frames and see what they got. This candle is not officially, still got 2.5 days, or almost 3 days before this one closes. It can regain that 9 moving average. Let's see if we can do that. And that would be pulling back price back to 167. So the 4 hour, we're below the 9. I'm not crazy about that, but we are finding support of this. I need to see us start gaining that 9 moving average. We'll look to the 1 hour and see if we're making any progress. Not yet. Not yet. Oh, she looks scary on the 1 hour. Hell yeah, flush them out, baby. Try to do a flush out right here. Try to do a flush out right here. It's been trying to flush out a lot lately for aerodrome. Oh yeah, because the narrative, right? So you got this area is holding. Right above it is the area that we're testing right there. So we got a zone, and technically that's that 135 area you can definitely come back down to, but maybe wick to if they want to get mean and nasty. Here on the 1 hour, the sell signal was over here, 50 crossing the 200, and that's your official sell. It's late, of course. You sell at it, you've already missed most of it. That's why you gotta look for other ways to do that. But it lets you know that you're definitely bearish territory. That one's suggesting she's still wanting to do some nasty stuff right now. This 1 hour looks like she wants to be nasty. So I'm seeing it that she's wanting to come back here and retest this wick. So in the short term, we might see this area revisited. That's at 144. Or it could just be stepping its way back down here, man. She may be wanting to wig down here. But I'm seeing, ooh, there's a little bit of divert. No. This area's gonna fight with it right here. You are gonna fight with it. So it looks like we're going to get a bounce here and then retest this area at 160. From there, though, that looks a little suspect, man. We might be seriously flopping down just a little bit trying to find something. So yeah, short term, she is looking kind of scary, right? She's starting to regain the 15 though, so that's a good sign that she's going to come back up here to 160. She's already made the first steps for that, but I'm not looking for that to hold. I am looking for, you know, a good, if it does, great. If you see price come back up here and do, you know, above there and we retest this area, we're solid and we start making, you know, get above this. I mean, that's great signs that we've recovered from it. But likely we might be coming back down to 135 on a wick or something. And then maybe bear trap. Still see her doing a bear trap, just not immediately, I don't. Aerodrome. Now where could she go after she bounces back in? We're looking at 234, but I mean, it depends on this trend line, basically. But we got 262 and 292 as some areas to look for right there. Aerodrome just suffering a little bit. People got to take profit, and it looks like they were trying to build a position or they wouldn't be doing the heartbeat. This little heartbeat flush out pattern that they've done once, twice, even here 3 times. That's usually before they do it before they do a big move. So I'm kind of surprised that that wasn't a stronger move after that one. So apparently they feel like they've still got to do it. I mean, a lot of attention was brought to Aerodrome, so. Quarter collar. Hey, welcome to the stream. It's a little bit different. Mr. Miles said Chester said 6 cents. No, Chester's good. Chester's good. But I mean, he's saw a possibility. I think is all he's doing is talking about possibilities, right? I think Chester's a good analyst. Oh, we got there's a super drat. I didn't see that. Hey, Jamie. I'm slow on the chats. I get lost in the charts. That's the thing. I have the philosophy that you know, you'll probably talk about what makes you the most money, and I think if doing crypto is actually making you the most money, you'll probably talk about the charts more than you will trying to sell on stuff. I will sell stuff though. Well, I mean, I will a bunch of worthwhile. I don't have you up here. Like the Tangem wallet, using the code word dog, DAWG, save you 10% off your Tangem wallet. It's about as far as I take it. What the hell were you talking about? God. Severe AD. Jamie says 490. Hey, I appreciate that. Appreciate the show. Could you look at AGI for me? Sure can. Super chats do get priority. I just have to know that they're there. AGI. We do more than that for our super chat. Delesium. Take a look at that. We'll zoom out. Don't want to go here. Want to go here. You know, I don't have any of this. It doesn't look bad. So, AGI Delesium market cap is $228 million. Total supply is 3 billion coins. Maximum supply is not given me here. I have to dive a little deeper to see if there is a limited maximum supply or not. But circulating supply is 750 million. Got contracts over on Ethereum and BNB Smart Chain. Available over on Gate.io, Bybit, PancakeSwap, Bitmark, KuCoin, MexC, BingX, around several places. And let's find out a little bit about this here. A synopsis says that Delesium stands for the forefront of a technological evolution, merging artificial intelligence agents with blockchain technologies to shape a future where those two forces collaborate for humanity's benefit. We foster an ecosystem where AI agents and human needs are in balance. By integrating these agents with the security of blockchain, Delesium paves the way for a future where AI is an essential and reliable partner in our lives, enriching human experiences through their efficiency and innovative capabilities. I feel like if they had a stronger point, they wouldn't have made it right there. And probably should have. AI-powered open world framework. Create your AI twins, Delicium AI. Empowers all users to create their own AI twins easily. Each of them can gradually develop their unique personality and functionality through your constant interactions with AI twins. Anyone connect with each other more efficiently and participate in all kinds of experiences in virtual society. What? We create an AI personality avatar? David is a 28-year-old composed and averted hacker from Delicium who went too little. All right, so interesting project. I'm not going to claim that I know a lot about it, but this is the first taste into it. If it floats your boat, go look at it. You can chat with Lucy. Oh no, not Lucy. Making Web3 accessible to anyone. Hopefully we're not talking about the same Lucy. Let's take a look at the chart. Lucy's the devil. All right, Delicium here on MexC. And we just got a nice scalp and a pullback bouncing off the 21 moving. Now I'm on the weekly here, so this is looking good. Below the 9, but you know, that's okay. So, and it can recover that and bounce off the 21 can help us with that. Come down to smaller. Well, before we do, take a look at our indicators here. Might this be, could this be, could this be possibly the famous, most sought after duck lips on the MacD? Could that be what's happening? Could be. It's got a nice start. When it comes to moving averages and even on the MacD, the angles of this line is important. So if you see the angle is going to, I can't even draw a straight line here. It just naturally does a zigzag. But if they're, I draw a line. If they're attacking at a sharp angle like that, it's pretty strong. But if you see it starting to round out like you do with price action, how it rounds out, it's got a good chance to change here. Pointing to this could be support. We're going to the upside. Let's go down the smaller time frame. Looking here on the daily time frame, it bounced off the 200 or the 100 moving average, and the 9 is done a 180. That's in my personal opinion. We're making a recovery. Looks like it's going to be a 618. Oh, you went to a 786, did ya? Well, ain't you just so cute? Why we don't have that here? That should be on. Why are you not on? It says my fib levels are on there, but I did not. Oh, gotcha, right. Yeah, but I got a cheat sheet. I got the cheater code up here. I'll use it. All right, so this one got a pretty deep retracement. One of the first places I would look for, well, it's kind of where we are right now at 30 cents. Need to get above that, definitely. 37 cents will come into play. Man, these fibs are perfectly matching up with that. And your first higher high would be, you'd probably find a little bit of resistance, and we're going to be at 73 cents. And then 79. Those are the areas you need to have something in plan, because it's highly likely to, get a nice big pullback in that area after it hits these areas here. 72, 79. Still a chance it might hit up to 90, but I'm really looking at this area, just going by my fibs. So that looks coolio to me. When we draw a trend line, but you're trying to break out of it. And depending on how you want to play that little guy, well, actually you'd be doing that. And that gives us confidence for these little areas that we got up there. So looking good for AGI in my personal opinion. See how she's doing on the smaller time frames. Struggling a little bit here on the 8 hours, 6 hour, 4 hour. 4 hours is a good one to trace on here. So it's not going to be just up and to the moon though. She's going to have to to work some things out. So there might be a zone. It might be coming back to 26.5. That could happen. Probably can even verify that here. So she might come back about 25 cents, any kind of pullbacks that we get. But you got to get above this 200 moving average. That's the first thing we got to see what we're doing. And she'll struggle with that for a little while until she actually gets above it. And it'll take a while for the 100 to cross over that too. So it's not going to be an immediate thing, I don't believe, but any strong moves will help that happen sooner though. This area over here at 41 cents will be kind of a bigger area to contend with. Might want to keep that one in mind too. Or any kind of shorter term plays you got going on. So it's got some short term plays there and also some bigger term targets to be shooting for. And that's 42 cents or 43 cents. That's a nice 40% move. Waiting for the bigger targets can get you 130, maybe up to 150% gains. Pretty nice. Appreciate the super chat. A mercy received. Hey, welcome to stream. Sauce, please.
Once we understand that it is through our 5 senses,
Saucer swap.
imprints are being made.
Oh, nice bounce.
We can then consciously begin to utilize our
So we were following this way back in the day here. Oops, don't put that back. I would erase this, but I think now I'll just keep it because next year we'll be back and they'll look, I told you to buy. If you've been our group, you'd be up 16,000%. Nah. That's impressive. Look how much it's went up since then. Go figure. I didn't see that coming. Of course, we weren't really looking for it. I want to erase this so bad. All right, I gotta have something to work with you. So nice bounce off this area. You wants to know? Oh, you went tricky. You went tricky dicky. Yep, same ones apply. For real, for real. So good possibility we might be coming up to 27, 28 cent area there. Possibly up to as high as 30. You get really bullish, you can go for 36 cents. I don't see that happening just quite yet. But then again, crazier things have been said. We had this going on. Bear Trapio. We follow what normally we see happening over here, tighten up our lines. Then, gosh darn, I'm not going to rule it out. I am not going to rule it out. I'm actually going to, I'm putting you. But really, yo. Wrong one. Ooh, that's a. It could happen. If it goes back, if this pattern stays true, if we're getting a bear trap and we bounce back above this trend line and we're on this pattern, I mean, 36 cents can definitely come in. That's just right up above us. But maybe 46 if it, you know. Let's keep an eye on that. That looks pretty nice. And that should be a nice strong move up there to 109. Usually is, especially after a bear trap like that. I would expect one. Come on, baby. Show us what you're going to do, saucer swap. Darn, I ain't got none of this. Let's take a look at the 4 hours. Wow. Wow, man. Wow. Looks pretty good. Mr. Miles says, I haven't seen one chart Adam in a while.
Thunder? Can you hear the thunder?
Adam looks just like one we looked at a few minutes ago. Same type of sitting triangle, break to the downside, nice little scallop, little flag coming out there on top of it. Nice little horizontal area there that we've reclaimed. And also look at this as a channel, so, but this area here is going to be a problem. And so with, gosh darn, that trend line was. So about 978 is going to have a little problem, but somewhere around 1065 in that area. 1050, 1060, right up through there, that's going to be the real hard area for it to get past. After that, though. Oh, that's confluence. Okay, I thought it might give us a higher one, but nope, she gave us some confluence. So we got all these little things pointing to these areas right up here, somewhere around 1054. Let me lower that down just a little bit. I will go with 1060. Oh, really? Wow. Because I would have been inclined to follow this, but there is actually, it's got a, well, I mean, it's not wrong either. Just not in play at the moment. This is, though. This is definitely in play at the moment. So look for some possible rejection up here at 1060. Remember, I am looking for altcoins to get a nice pump up and then possibly get a pump down. And I'm getting this from total 3, which we should probably look at on the bigger picture again, kind of, so that we don't get too moon boyish over this coming week and a half. Kind of go back over this. Oh, what? That's how I screw up my erase my moving averages. So things do look good. Total 3. I'm on the 4 hour. Short term, this would be coming into play. We've already got the 9. We're above the 9 moving average on total 3. This is all the altcoins, right? Minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. The 21's getting ready to cross over that 102. That'll be like a little added little boost. It's like a little nitrous bump. And that should drive several more billions from 680 billion. About another 22 billion coming into the market, driving prices up to this 200 moving average, maybe even higher, hopefully higher. That would be cool. That would be cool. But I am looking for a rejection either at the level here that we broke below the trend line or anywhere up that price wants to, or the candles want to touch the trend line. We do have the moving average coming in here, so it's likely that we'll just get about another 20 billion coming in short term, and then we'll see a bigger pullback with altcoins. Not much unlike what we experienced a few weeks ago. I won't dry powder for that, so I'm taking profits up through here. Just giving it time to simmer and some of these altcoins to start jumping up, and then I'm going to be peeling out my profits, and then we'll see what happens after that. Not taking everything out. No, I got to let these positions simmer, but I am going to aim myself according to my strategy, my plan, and get ready for a bigger pullback that may be coming here, as we're kind of in still a larger accumulation in my personal opinions. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. If I didn't get to any other request, I will try to get them tomorrow night. But hey, is Donna in here? Somebody, I seen Donna. Hey, there's Donna. Donna, hugs for Donna. Donna says, waiting for my portfolio to explode. We all, but I'm sure it's doing well because Donna's got skills. And in the past, 2 years? And you've been in since you've been. I'm sure you are doing just fine. This is awake, but it's 5 a.m. your time, right? Wow, it's almost midnight here. Well, I'm glad to see you, Donna. I'm always happy to see Donna. Donna's got them gem finding skills. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be back again tomorrow night. I did not do the members only stream. I will be going over my CoinEx account and portfolios and talking about spot margin, laying out what I'm doing, because there's some cool things that you can do with spot margin that you just can't do any other way, man. Let me show you some cool tricks you can do. Like, oh, I have no dry powder to go into this brand new project that just got listed. Yeah, you do. You need to pay back, but yeah, you do. But and there's all kinds of little, oh man, I'm eager for that. I'm gonna try to do that. I'm trying to shoot for maybe around 8:30 tomorrow night. Wednesday, that'd be Wednesday, right? Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm shooting for a Wednesday. I think that's tomorrow. Anyway, see you then, and then we'll do a nightly stream and do what we usually do. It's been real, it's been fun, and it has been really fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thanks for hanging out with me. Good night, everybody.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice, ice, ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Nope. Now if you gotta. Come on.
Oh, that was the wrong one. You're such a boomer at this stuff. Road Dog Crypto.
What kind of bimbo brings a shovel to a gunfight anyway? I should shoot you right now on general principle.
I know you sleep, motherfucker.
Listen, shut the up. Let me handle this.
Nip, nip. I can nip this right in the butt. Like this.
Harley, it's cool, baby. It's cool. We just talking. Harley, baby, stay with me now. Forgive Benny now. He just salty because he FOMO'd in and he bought Sinverse way too high. Want that show with me, baby, not him. Listen, you just hang back and you don't do a goddamn thing. Harley, you're doing great, baby. I'm proud of you, and Joker's proud of you. Tell Harley you're proud of her, Joker.
I'm proud of you, honey bunny.
I love you, honey bunny.
I love you too, honey bunny.
Now I want you to go into that bag and you get out my ledger wallet, and my Sinverse land NFTs better be there. Do you understand me? If a single Sin token is missing from that wallet, my wrath shall be upon you. Do you understand me, motherfucker? Right now, we're just all gonna take a chill pill, and we're gonna tune in and see what Road Dogg says. All right, everybody just calm down. Calm down, it's gonna be all right. It's almost over. It's almost over, Harley. Just calm down.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on.
Good night, John boy.